3,000 years ago, the ancient world stood on the shoulders of giants. Mighty kingdoms ruled the Mediterranean: Egypt, the Hittites, Mycenae, Cyprus, and the cities of the Levant. Trade routes stretched for thousands of kilometers. Bronze weapons, chariots, palaces, written languages. This was humanity's first age of global power. And then, almost instantly, it was gone. Between 1200 and 1150 BC, every major civilization of the Bronze Age collapsed. Cities burned, kingdoms vanished, and entire cultures disappeared forever. Historians call it the perfect storm, but the truth, we still don't fully understand what happened. Before the collapse, the Bronze Age world was a complex web of alliances and trade. Egypt traded gold for timber in Lebanon. Cyprus shipped copper across the sea. The Hittites relied on tin from the mountains to forge bronze. Mycenaean warriors dominated the Aegean with chariots and swords. This was a globalized system, advanced, interconnected, and dependent on long-distance supply chains. But this level of complexity came with the weakness. If one piece falls, everything else starts to crack. Clay tablets from this era describe bustling ports, royal correspondence, and vast shipments of food, metals, and luxury goods. It was a world running like a machine, but a machine under pressure. And something was about to break. Around 1200 BC, a new threat rose from the sea. The Egyptians called them the Sea Peoples, mysterious warriors who appeared seemingly out of nowhere. They attacked Cyprus. They burned the cities of the Levant. They crushed the Hittite Empire. Their origins are still debated. Were they refugees fleeing disasters? Mercenaries turned rogue? Or an early example of climate-driven migration? What we do know? They were organized, heavily armed, and brutally effective. Egypt barely survived their assault. Ramesses III recorded a massive battle in which entire fleets clashed along the Nile Delta. Egypt won, but was left weakened and alone. For the rest of the Bronze Age world, the Sea Peoples were the final blow. For centuries, bronze fueled everything: weapons, tools, chariots, power. But bronze required two metals: copper and tin. And tin was rare, extremely rare. Kingdoms depended on long-distance trade to get it. If those trade routes collapsed, if even one region could no longer deliver tin, then bronze production would grind to a halt. And that's exactly what happened. As wars, raids, and invasions spread, supply lines shattered. Without tin, armies couldn't replace weapons. Farmers couldn't repair tools. And when famine struck, many cities simply couldn't function. Iron existed, but the technology to mass-produce strong iron weapons wasn't ready yet. The Bronze Age collapsed under the weight of its own technology. Archaeologists discovered something unsettling. Multiple catastrophes happened at once. Droughts across the Mediterranean, earthquakes devastating coastal cities, famine recorded in royal letters, mass migration, warfare everywhere, economic collapse. Any one of these could weaken a kingdom. All of them together? A death sentence. In clay tablets from Ugarit, a city doomed to vanish, a desperate king writes, "My ships are lost. The enemy is near. There is no rescue." Days later, Ugarit was gone forever. This wasn't one collapse. This was a domino effect that consumed the entire world. When the dust settled, the ancient world was unrecognizable. The Hittite Empire? Gone. Mycenaean Greece? Gone. Cities across the Levant? Abandoned. But from the ruins came something new. Iron technology advanced rapidly. New kingdoms rose: Israel, Judah, and Aram. Phoenicians mastered the sea and began spreading their alphabet. Greece entered a dark age, but eventually re-emerged stronger, leading to the classical world we know today. The collapse didn't end history, it reset it. The Bronze Age fell, and the Iron Age was born. History is full of mysteries that shaped our world, and the Bronze Age collapse remains one of the greatest. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to subscribe and explore more hidden stories of our past. Your support helps the channel grow. Let's uncover the next mystery together. If you enjoyed this video and are still not subscribed, please consider it, as it really helps me out a lot. Thank you.